back to another episode, baby. What's up, man? We in the house. It's Monday, April 10th. You got from the sideline in the house, man. How you guys feeling today, man? I'm here with the boys. What's up, fellas?
Yeah. What up, man? What up?
Hey, real quick. I watch the video all the time, but for some reason, Mel's part of the video just now just stuck out to me because every time Mel is into doing something, his eyes get big and they pop out of his head, and he looks like he's really into it.
He looks angry all the time. I don't get it.
Mel is angry all the time. Shout out Mel. Shout out Mel.
Yeah.
But yeah, we got my trusted, Moolich in the house. What's up, Moo?
How y'all doing, man? It's been a really good day. It's been a really crazy basketball Monday. Wild, you know what I'm saying? Feeling really good today. We got some really crazy news. Got a crazy doc to get into. How's everybody else doing today, man?
We got DJ in the building. What's up, DJ?
I'm good, man. By the way, like I told Troy too, shout out to y'all on setting up the doc today. It's fire. I'm ready to get to it.
Yeah, I mean we got a long one. Even the doc that you guys have don't have everything on it. So I got everything. John got everything. I just want y'all to know that. We got OT as usual back in the house. What's up, OT?
What's up, man? I'm doing great. I hope everyone's doing great.
Oh, we doing good. And we got the guy in the chat, man. The guy that shows all the love, that just came in, rocking with us, showing us hella love. We show the love back. We got your goat in the building. What's up, Mr. Pistons?
The man, the myth, the legend.
See, when I get the sidewalk, I'm beat. Bang.
What's good, everybody? I'm good. I hope all y'all been good. I'm chilling. Happy that the Pistons won the championship. So I'm just chilling. I'm relaxing. I'm happy. So let's get into this
Pistons.
Show. Best team.
They won the championship at the Michael Jackson's used to be ranch. Never Land.
Nah, we win every championship.
Yeah, at Never Land. Okay.
Tell him.
82-0. Killian Hayes carrying us.
Yeah, at the chocolate factory. Go see.
Tell him Killian Hayes MVP.
That's right, Killian. I'm riding
and
with
James
Killian.
Wiseman, who I'm gonna send back to you, Moolich. I'm gonna send you back James Wiseman.
I'm rocking with Killian, man. I'm rocking. Killian, watch. I told you this in the Discord year ago. Y'all gonna get rid of Killian. Killian gonna go to a system that can actually utilize it.
So what can he do? Tell me what can he actually do on the basketball court?
He gonna show you. I'm not gonna speak it. I want to speak him into this.
He can barely defend. He can defend against Corey Joseph, but he can't defend against good guards. What do you mean?
Not yet.
When he played in the EuroLeague, he played in the German league. It's not even a top 5 Euro.
Development, right? And you have to have good development around you for you to develop into a good player. Not
Pistons
everybody
have the greatest development of all time. We developed Darko Milicic. Come on, bro.
We started out hot today.
Darko on you, bro. Oh, goodness.
Darko. How long ago was that? 20, 30 years?
Nah, but in all seriousness, I don't think Killian Hayes is gonna do anything. If I'm just being honest.
He won't be better than Cade, no. But I think it just depends on the situation. Because look at Marshall Falk, or however you say, Markel
Fultz.
I say it wrong all the time. I don't give a fuck. You're gonna learn that fast with Troy. I'm bad at names and I don't give a fuck. But yeah, Markel, Philly said he couldn't shoot. He goes to the Magic or something, he can shoot. So listen, that's just not him. It happens to every other player. It's about system and opportunity. You have to have the right pieces around you. The right pieces, I mean, like trainers, guys that can develop you, understanding your skill, understanding your weaknesses, understanding where you need to grow, and putting the time in with you to do that. I don't know what the Pistons are doing. I'm not saying they're not doing that, but somebody else, like if he go play with Pop might, he might be Tony Parker. We don't know.
Of course, I mean, it definitely depends on the situation, but I think the Pistons have given him a lot of opportunities. He's been playing 30, 32 minutes a night, and I keep on seeing him go 2 for 15 with 3 turnovers, not doing anything on the court, and it's been 3 years of this. I know people can change. I know people can develop into stars, but for me, it's time to let him go. In my opinion, I can't see him on the
Where was
Jokic?
Where was Joker his first 3 years? 2-3 years. What was the Joker?
Portland.
No. What?
After Denver, I'm pretty sure.
That was Nikola. That's the wrong guy.
Oh.
That's the N-word Jokic. No, but But no, was Joker his first?
Oh shoot! My smoothie almost came up my nose.
Be careful.
Oh, Troy, be cool, bro. Hey, you caught me off guard, man.
I mean, his rookie year wasn't that good, but in 2016 and 2017, he was putting up 16, 18 points. He was actually putting up board. He was like developing into a proper star. Killian Hayes gets 30 minutes per game and puts up 9 points, and that's just because he has that one odd game where he puts up 20 points. And this is what I'm saying. If he finds how to shoot, he can be a good player. But it's been 3 years of watching him go for 2 for 14, so it's getting annoying. It's really getting annoying, especially with James Wiseman on the court with him too. Like, come on, bro,
Cook.
They're gonna give me a heart attack, bro. I swear.
Cook, let that man cook.
This is hold on. This is worse. This is worse than when we had Josh Smith, Andre Drummond, and Greg Monroe on the same court together who couldn't shoot any. Like, they could not shoot a three. This is worse than that. So
man knows what he's talking about. He knows his ball for sure. I'm gonna tell y'all right now.
He knows his team 100%. But I'm just saying, Killian about to shock the world, bro. And then
you about to shock the world, putting up 2 points.
Begging for Killian to come back. Killian.
Nah, we got Cade Cunningham. We're gonna get one.
Nah, Cade's nice though. I like Cade. I'll take Cade over Killian. 100%. But I'll let you in on a little secret before we actually get to the doc. If you're doing 2K rebuild, get Killian Hayes. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, 2K and rebuilds, he's a different monster, bro. Because you get to develop him, bro. I'm telling you,
it is true.
He took me to a championship. I'm not lying. I got him.
That's why it's a video game. It's never going to happen in real life. It's never going to happen in real life.
When you go play for LeBron,
it's like the Warriors winning another championship. It's never going to happen.
When you go play for Bron.
Back. All I'm saying is that there has been some crazy stuff that happened when people just develop. Like,
I'm telling you, they shoot out of nowhere.
Chauncey Billups like that. Chauncey Billups wasn't doing much his first couple of years, and he ended up in Detroit, and boom, here we go.
But like, here's the problem with me. It's like it's not even about his actual on-court ability. It's the fact that we chose him over Tyrese Halliburton. I literally made a whole Google Doc. I made a whole video explaining on the past, and I know it's in the past, but the past 10 years we missed out on great talents.
100%.
And drafting Stanley Johnson and Henry Ellenson.
That's my
instead of great players, Donovan Mitchell.
I like that guy.
That's why it's like, I'm mad at the organization for drafting Killian Hayes.
I'm the Pistons. That's what the Pistons be saying. Donovan Mitchell, I don't like that guy.
That is true.
Zion, I like that guy. Brandon Ingram, I like that guy. I like those guys.
I don't like him. I like Killian Hayes, man. He can do.
I want Patrick Beverly.
That's that real school Detroit. Patrick Beverly gets.
I want Patrick Beverly. Give me 5 Patrick Beverlys on the court at the same time. We'll never lose.
It's all out.
The score is 0-0. Then we'll never lose. The NBA introduced draws into the system.
We're gonna have 82 draws with Patrick Beverly.
The Pistons finished 0-0 and 82.
That's something that Detroit would actually do. If I'm gonna be, we're the first at doing stuff better. Yeah,
they be in the lottery every year.
16. I'm proud of being
Talk about the lottery. Great transition.
Oh, goodness.
Let's get into this Mavs investigation. So it was reported that the NBA is looking into the Mavs roster decisions and game conduct after their loss to the Bulls. Saying, I know Kyrie didn't play that game. Luka played the quarter and he sat the rest of the game. But the game was still like 100 and what was it? 105, 107? Like they lost by like 2 points. So
102 to 115.
Yeah, there you go. No, I don't think it was 102. I thought it was.
112 and 115. My bad.
There you go, 112, 115. Because it was a lot closer. They didn't lose by much. So the NBA is investigating the facts and circumstances around that Dallas roster decisions and game conduct. The Mavs entered Friday's game. We all know they were still in intention to make the play-in. How they ultimately decided to rest Kyrie, like I said, and key role players, which was Josh Green, Tim Hardaway Jr., Maxi Kleber, Christian Woods, which to me, that seems like a tank. While the star point guard Luka only played the first quarter, Mavs wanted to lose 115-112 and was eliminated from the playoff contentions. Mavs coach Jason Kidd said, we were fighting for our lives to understand that this is a situation we're in, but the organization has made the decision to change. Mavs coach Kid said during the pregame media. So we have to go by that, and that's something that happens. So the guys that are playing, we got to go out there and put our best foot forward. This is what he said before the game. So I want to ask you guys, what are your thoughts on Jason Kidd sitting 5 players out this game? That's 4, Kyrie's 5, and Luka only playing the first quarter.
Well, when this story first dropped, I kind of read into it, and the first thing I read was that the decision ultimately came from up top. It came from Mark Cuban. It came from the GMs and the presidents and stuff like that, right? So at the end of the day, right, I feel like Jason Kidd is going to do anything to save face first and foremost, right? So he's going to say it was front office, it was Mark Cuban, right? But regarding Mark Cuban's actions within the past few weeks, I don't doubt that he made the call. I don't doubt that he was like, yo, Jason, you can start Luka, but he's not playing over a whole half, bro. Like, give him a quarter and a half, but after that, take him out. Kyrie's not playing this and that. Like, it can definitely come from up top. Now, the problem with this, especially because later we're going to talk about the new CBA, is a lot of these owners, a lot of these coaches, and a lot of them have been more vocal about this, is load management. There have been a lot more vocal about load management. There have been a lot more problems with load management. Ty Lue came out and spoke on it. You've seen some of the Lakers front office was frustrated with it as well. So it's that whole load management thing that's coming out, and a lot of people are starting to talk about it. That brings me back to what Stephen A was talking about a few months back, to where they were talking about the new CBA deal, and they were talking about all the stuff that's going to be put inside, to where players aren't going to be able to sit out, and teams aren't going to be able to hold players out to tank for certain kind of talent. And so when you look at this investigation, it's kind of warranted, right? Because they were in the position to get into a playoff against a beatable Bulls team that didn't even play DeMar DeRozan or Zach LaVine, right? So if you guys really wanted to compete and really wanted to show that competitive nature, then yeah, sure, play all your guys and try to get into the playoffs, try to fight for that last playoff spot. But it's like, now that you're tanking, or now that it looks like obviously that you're tanking, now there's a problem, right? Because you were literally just in the playoff spot, right there ready to compete, and you pull your key guys against a team that that you can beat, a team that is beatable. So it's definitely warranted. Somebody else brought up that I think it was on the Blazers, that one of their players was doing the same thing. He had checked it for like a minute and then checked back out. But yeah, a lot of these coaches, owners, they're starting to crack down on this load management thing. And a lot of players, I don't know, I think that they don't like it. But as far as the whole tanking thing goes, they're starting to realize that too, right? Like, it kind of started before with the Rockets and the Sixers, especially, right? Losing all these games to get the top draft picks. Orlando as of recently. People have accused the Spurs of doing the same thing. So a lot of these coaches, a lot of these front offices, they're starting to realize that. They're starting to crack down on that. They're like, yo, hell no. Like, everybody should be competing for the same prize at the same point in time. Nobody should be sitting here trying to purposely lose games for the next wave of talent. So it's going to be interesting. I feel like the Mavs aren't going to be the only team to get investigated. I think a lot more is going to come out, but it's crazy that it starts with the Mavs first. Just because of Mark Cuban's recent antics, I guess.
All right, before you guys go, shout out to all our audio listeners, right? Spotify, Google, Apple Music, iHeartRadio. If you're over there, thank you guys. Thank you for supporting us. We do see you guys. I am going to start throwing out random moments, and thank you guys. We appreciate you guys. But I wanted to also say that the Mavs doing this, and the reason why they're really getting investigated, is because they had a big incentive to lose that game. Mm-hmm. And that incentive was to keep their 10th round pick. Go ahead.
Yeah, I was about to bring up. Yeah, it's just the load management happens. It's been happening for a while. It's the same old. I mean, it's just how it is. There should be more investigations with this, because this happens every year, whether you like it or not. It happens every year. I think the only reason they're getting investigated for it is because of the top 10 pick, which I think is the most intriguing part. And because you have Luka, you have Kyrie, both able to play. It was the Spurs they played.
They played the Bulls.
The Bulls. Okay, the Bulls. Okay.
Yeah,
I mean, they're decent. They're a playing team, but that's a very beatable team when you're still alive for that last spot. And so, yeah, you look at that top 10 protected pick that you don't have to give away now. It's just, excuse my Canadian French, it's bullshit. I don't like that. I'm a competitor. I'm sure all you guys are competitors deep inside, whether it's work, sports, this podcast, whatever the hell it is, whether it's arguing over salt at a dinner table. Everyone's competitive. And the fact that a team like that, with Jason Kidd, an NBA champion, yeah, he's on the team, as a head coach, Mark Cuban, a very good businessman, Luka, superstar, Kyrie is a champion. Whether it was their fault or not, for that to be that team resting their players on purpose, I don't like that at all, and it happens all the time. It's just bullshit. I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I'm on opposite sides of both of them. Yes, they got to keep their number 10 pick, which they should be fine or whatever they're going to do, investigated for that. But on the flip side of them losing the game and essentially not playing their stars, it's like it's been happening for years and they've never cared anything about it until now. Man, just writing the CBA, hey, the only way you're getting your check is if you play the games and you're not hurt. The only way you should be able to sit out is if you're hurt. I mean, like, it used to be a prideful thing to play 82 damn games. Michael Jordan did it over and over again.
100%.
And, I mean, It sucks because Dallas is like a middle-of-the-pack team right now. And so, yeah, they had an incentive to lose because, I mean, it sucks that you're just in the middle of the pack and you don't get good draft picks and things like that. But I hope they drop the hammer on the Mavs. I really do, because they shouldn't have been able to. They would have undoubtedly beat the Bulls that day without DeRozan and Levine playing.
100%.
And hell, your third stringers almost did it anyway.
Yeah.
Honestly, they really did.
And well, my take on it is sort of in a fan perspective, as a person who's seen the Pistons only won 30-something games and 120 losses for the past 2 years. Even though we suck or we're just losing, the main reason I watch these games, every Pistons game, is because I want this team to win. I don't think it's acceptable for the Mavs or any team to be load managing in this important of a situation to go into the playoffs. I don't care if you have no defense, blah, blah, blah. You still should be competing. As a fan, one of the main reasons you watch these games, main reasons you support this team is to win. You want this team to win. And if your franchise does not show the same willingness to win, then they should be fined or whatever consequence, because that's the main reason we play basketball, is to win.
That's true. That's very true. That's very true.
So in this report I'm reading by CBS, they also say two things. So they also saying, first is the CBS, what exactly the NBA is investigating here is not fully clear, right? They said the Mavs play on the floor nearly won the game despite the absence of their most famous teammates, and the team frequently sits their best players late in the season for the sake of draft position. So basically, they do this like it's a history that the Mavs do this already. Another thing is Adam Silver came out and said, if we ever receive evidence that players or coaches were attempting to lose or otherwise take steps to cause any game to result otherwise than on its competitive merits, that conduct will be met with the swiftest and harshest response possible from the league's office.
I feel like there's a reason why he's saying that. I definitely think there's a reason why he's saying that. I think that
they're saying this, they don't really have any evidence on him, so he can say it, but what proof is it right now that what are you gonna like? What this report is basically saying is, what are you going to get him for? Everybody does this. Many teams build rosters designed to lose for the sake of drafting.
That's true.
While the unique circumstances surrounding the Mavs were unique, tanking as a whole is not. Like, they didn't tank as a whole.
That's true.
They were what? Four? I think they were high as the 4th seed at one point.
I think they was high as a 3 seed at one point.
Right.
Yeah, 3.
And then they started losing. Some people blame it on Kyrie, but that's not on Kyrie. It's on the Mavs going through that turmoil. You feel me? Like, and that's why, right, in defense, and that's why I wanted to transition into staying with the Mavs, but turmoil. Luka has a problem. There's a problem there. I don't know if it's front office or if it's just him in his personal life. But is there a possible trade? Do you guys think Luka would be on Dallas next year?
I think he's probably looking at Dame right now. Like, do I really want to be stuck here? Like the way Dame is in Portland right now. And he's just like everything right now that pretty much Dame said on the podcast the other day, which I had no problem saying what he said. It's not, we don't always play for championships and this and that, but at the end of the day, it's like he doesn't want to be Dame and not win a championship. You see Charles Barkley still catching flack for it, and people still clown Charles Barkley for not winning the ring, and Charles Barkley is one of the greatest players to ever do, but what matters is the ring. And Luka is part of the new generation that all they care about is the ring. So I think he will request a trade if the Mavs can't get it together next season.
I don't think he likes it. I really don't. I really don't think he likes it in Dallas, bro. Like from the time that he's got drafted, really to the time that till now, it's really kind of seemed like he's just been there. You know, like he's a baller. He's gonna ball. Ballers is gonna ball. Doesn't matter where they at, they're gonna ball. But it depends on where, if you like that place or not, to the point where you're gonna give that place your all, right? Of course, he's gonna go out. He's gonna put up Luka numbers. He's gonna be Luka magic. But if you want to see championship Luka, if you want to see like Luka ascend to a different level, then I don't think Dallas is where he wants to be. And honestly, just from the murmurs that I've been hearing, it seems like this is starting to be more of a reality than just a rumor, bro. Like a lot of people are starting to really call about Luka. The Mavs were even open to taking calls for Luka. Kyrie has expressed that he wants to be there next year. So, and just the way the contract
does that all the time. I'm not listening to
That's true. That's true. But just the way the contracts work out.
Troy has trauma.
That's true.
PTSD.
Just the point where the contracts work out, it would make the best sense to trade Luka and keep Kyrie, right? So with all that in the air, it's like I wouldn't doubt it if he was somewhere else by next season, or even by the trade deadline in the middle of next season. So you package him up, you package Luka up with some other type of picks, you send him somewhere to where with another superstar, and
send him to Philly for James Harden.
Oh, damn.
The ultimate payback.
Yeah.
Hey, I mean, you know what I'm saying? So it's like I'm just saying there's a possibility. I don't think that he's necessarily happy in that location. I don't think he's necessarily happy in that spot. I think he's willing to see change.
I can see it from both perspectives. From one perspective, it's like, okay, he's your mega star. He's a top 10 player in basketball. You can argue he's top 5 when he's at his best. And when you look at it with the Dirk championship, because obviously Dirk was the one guy we look at, you know, he's a Euro, not that fast. He's a great scorer, great shooter. So that's kind of the comparison everyone makes to that anomaly of a championship. And that's the reason why that's an anomaly. That championship, that style championship where it's like that supporting cast was weak from like eye candy perspective, that won't happen again. True. In this era of basketball, that's just not happening. And if I'm Mark Cuban, or I'm not sure if he's a GM, whoever the GM is, the management, they can't look at Luka and be like, okay, we can give you role players, we can make it work, because it's not going to work. That conference finals run against the Warriors where they lost in 5, including game 2 where they blew like a 20-point lead, probably should have won that game. That's not happening again. I mean, you got Porzingis, you got Brunson, you got Kyrie. Not saying those are perfect fits, but you've tried it with 3 different players at this point. Something like, they have to be insane if they're not like, okay, maybe this isn't going to work. And for that reason, I don't know what a trade package for Luka would look like. For one, they're in a shithole situation. For 2, because we don't know if Kyrie wants to stay. We don't know if he wants to leave. Right. And Kyrie, he didn't even talk to the media in that last press conference. That has to be an issue, right? And in terms of Luka, forget the trade package, forget this, because that's one side of it. For Luka, I don't know if he's winning a championship in general. He's a phenomenal player. He's amazing. He's Baby Bird, if you want to make that comparison. He's great, and that's awesome. Okay. But
I see what you did there.
Yeah. Okay, but does Luka play?
Bird just told me to tell you, OT, disrespect him like that, gang will crawl out that picture and slap you.
What do you mean? I've been able to talk for a long time. But with all that being said,
I told him, calm down. I told him. Got Bird started up back here, bro. You messed up.
Does Luka though? Does Luka play championship-winning basketball? I don't know. And that's the issue with him, because even if you get a whole haul back, the team trading for him, I wouldn't want to trade Luka. When you look at Dame, like if Luka wants to go to a team with like a guard, that's not going to work. And even if you send him to a team like Giannis, you're trading so much back. You're relying on Luka to be enough, and he's not. I don't think he plays championship-winning basketball. He needs the ball. He needs to grind that usage out. We can look at his points per game, assists per game. That's great. It's awesome. But he does turn over a good bit, which is a problem LeBron has. And Luka's usage has to be high as hell. And he's not a good defender. And if he's not great without the ball in his hands, well, that doesn't work. So I think really I would be nervous to trade for Luka, because I don't think you're winning a title with him unless the situation is fucking perfect. But then again, if I'm Dallas, I'm like, it hasn't worked. You need to make it work. So it's so weird. Mm-hmm. Like, it's just fun.
Yeah. Well, I sort of like 2 points of this conversation. My first point is about Luka. One of my main problems with him is his defense. I remember when he was playing in the EuroLeague. I watched the EuroLeague. It was the final. He was playing in a Real Madrid team that had one of the best defenses of all time in the EuroLeague, and he was still horrible there. You could literally see how bad he was at defense. And I know he was young, but everyone was just attacking him on offense. Everyone was just focusing on him. And from the EuroLeague to the NBA, he hasn't really developed as a defender. I haven't really seen much changes. Yes, maybe ISO defender is improved, but as a team defender, I don't see anything different, and that's one of my main problems. If he can develop a defense, I'll feel like that'll be great, not only for him but for his team too. And with this Dallas team that's one of the worst defenses I've ever seen, paired with Luka, who's not a good defender, it just looks horrible. My other point of it is that also we have to be accountability on Dallas. Dallas have a history, apart from the championship, of having great talent, but Dirk Nowitzki, and not building anything around him, not building nothing, not doing anything with the talent you have. That's what I dislike franchises that do that, because you have such a good talent and you don't give him good fits, you don't give him that many good role players. With Luka, his shooters are inconsistent. They have no defense, and with Luka, you need shooters, defense, and passing. And when you have Christian Wood and Dwight Powell who can't pass for shit, it's not going to work. So I think it's unrealistic what the Dallas Mavericks were expecting. And in terms of a trade, my personal opinion, it's just my opinion, I feel like Luka should demand a trade and leave and start something fresh. So yeah, that's just my opinion.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. And just talking about the Mavs, they fumbled a lot of superstar bags, right? Or just potential superstar bags, right? Like just the way they had Porzingis, right? And just going back to that Luka point, to the point where it's like we don't know if he can play championship basketball, where it's almost like that LeBron kind of feeling, right? Where people go and play with LeBron and they, I don't know what it is, they get worse. But when they leave LeBron, they're significantly better, right? It's the kind of the same things. Porzingis leaves, he's having a great season this year, right? Jalen Brunson leaves, he's having an amazing season this year, all pro season, and the Knicks are going to the playoffs, right? So the Mavs are known for doing this. So I don't think so. We definitely, what your goat said, we can't just blame Luka. It's definitely on that Mavs front office. Something's going on there, kind of like with the Nets, right? Where they get this talent and they get all these guys together. Everybody's thinking like, yo, these guys should be able to do it, right? You got this guy, you got this guy, you got your pieces. You guys should be able to do it. There should be no problems, no excuses, right? But this person gets hurt. This person doesn't want to be there. This person leaves. This person, it's a whole bunch of dysfunction. So it's like now we have to start looking at this front office like, yo, what y'all got going on in here, bro? Like, how do y'all have all this talent and it's not working and people don't want to be here and it's dysfunctional and now all that talent is gone and now you just stuck with nothing. Mark Cuban just sit up here throwing up money in the United Center.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I'm with you. Oh, I didn't even know we were gonna get Lamar in the building. What's up, baby?
What's going on?
Not much. We just sharing our thoughts on the Mavs investigation and Luka, if they need to trade him or is he gonna ask for a trade?
Oh yeah, that's crazy. That's a crazy turn of events for their season.
Yeah, little crazy, little crazy. I mean, but as we read it, it's not really. I mean, what they're investigating them over, everybody does. They rest their players at the end of the year, and we understand that they had implications to win and to lose. They just chose what side they wanted. I ain't mad at them.
I ain't mad either, really, to be honest. But
But
yeah, gotta investigate.
I'm gonna throw a curveball. I'm gonna pause it, and I'm gonna skip to. Gotta find it. I had a picture of it. I don't know if it's on the tablet or not, but if not, I'll find it. Just give me 1 second. What do you get that off my screen? All right, there we go.
All
right. There you go, Moo. I found it. All right, so let's do this preview, right, of what we know so far of the playoffs and play-in tournament.
Come join the Discord.
Yes,
links in the chat.
That's right. You'll go on the show and still working in the chat. That's what I like to do.
Gotta moderate.
Somebody got some noise.
Yeah, hold on, I'll stop it.
All right. So let's look at the previews for this play-in tournament. All right, because you guys see the thumbnail, the title of the play-in tournament.
Facts.
The title says the play-in sucks. So, if anybody watch this show, they know Troy hate the play-in. Okay, because as it stands right now, Miami and Atlanta would be in, and Lakers, Timberwolves will be in, and there will be no 9 and no 10 interfering with anything. All right, like they did last year. The Clippers, who had a winning record, didn't make the playoffs because they lost their play-in. Listen, all right, and then we got an in-season tournament coming. Oh boy, 65 game minimum to play to win awards. I don't know how this is going to go, but let's get to the play-in. All right, so matchups are kind of set. We got Milwaukee playing whoever wins out of, what is it, Bulls Atlanta or Bulls Toronto?
Bulls Toronto.
Boston plays the winner of that.
Boston plays
the winner of the 7-8.
No. 7-8 is Miami and Atlanta.
Oh yeah, 7-8, yeah.
So Bucks play the winner of 9-10. So who do you guys think they're going to play?
Toronto for me.
It's hard. Probably Toronto, because OG and Scotty Barnes, I think they can lock up DeMar pretty easily, and Zach LaVine. Though they have
the Bulls don't have a big.
Yeah, they don't have a big, and Toronto with Jacopoto have been pretty good so far. But Toronto has a history this season of absolutely putting themselves in horrible positions. Like with the 76ers, they let 77 points. With the Celtics, who didn't even start Jaylen Brown, Marcus Smart, they were like down by 32 at half against that team, and they played their stars. So you can never be too confident with Toronto this season, but I feel like they can get it done.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel like with the Bulls' inconsistency, it should be a pretty easy win for Toronto. You just look at how inconsistent DeMar's been, and Zach LaVine. They haven't been healthy all season. Vuce has been kind of up and down. The bench is absolutely horrible. And I like I like the Raptors defense. They got some really long kind of wing defenders and some really good power forwards and small forwards. I think that's going to be really, really troublesome for Chicago. So I don't see them kind of sticking with them. I really don't see Chicago staying in this game. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's going to depend on how strong Zach LaVine and DeMar DeRozan come out. And if they don't come out strong at all, this isn't going to be a good game.
All right, then we got 7 versus 8 seed plays Boston, Miami, and Atlanta. Who you guys got now? Miami and Atlanta.
I'm gonna say Miami. Atlanta. It's just I just don't like the Dejounte Murray and Trae Young. I hated it when it happened.
I said it from the beginning of the season.
Right. I don't like it. The coaching staff's just a mess. Capella's a good big, but I mean it's just they're so inconsistent as well. Miami forced Boston 7 last year, and I think Boston does beat Miami. But Miami can give Boston some issues. Like I think that could go 6. So I'm gonna take Miami over Atlanta. I think that series of Boston should be pretty entertaining.
I got Miami too.
I got Miami.
Miami easy.
Mm-hmm.
Atlanta is too mid. Atlanta's too mid.
Facts. The middest team in the league, literally.
All right. So who y'all got in the Boston versus Miami then?
Boston.
Boston is not even close.
Boston.
And then y'all taking the Bucks, obviously, in the Bucks series.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
All right. So then we got 3 and 4 playing, which is in the East. It would be Philly versus. No, it's 3 and 6. Sorry, Philly and the Nets.
Philly.
It's gonna be a fun series, but I got
That's
Philly.
gonna be a nice one because that
It's gonna be
Nets
a nice
team.
one.
Yeah,
Can we
that
talk
one's
about-
gonna be a really solid series.
Yeah. It's close for me. It's gonna be like a 6-game series. Like it's gonna be competitive. It's gonna be fun. But I still got Philly. I feel like they have enough firepower to win.
Yep.
Joel Embiid, man, it's time to solidify. It's time for Joel Embiid to solidify his MVP season. Hey,
Oh yeah,
let's get it.
definitely. Yeah, Joel is going to be virtually uncheckable just in this series.
Mm-hmm.
The collection doesn't really stand a chance.
Yeah, it's really easy.
All right. Then we got 4 versus 5, which would be Cleveland versus the Knicks, which is an interesting series.
This one is going to
It's
be
fun.
interesting.
Mm-hmm.
This one might
I
be
got
one
the
of the most
Cavs.
slept-on
I'm
series.
going Cleveland.
I got the Cavs.
I'm going Cleveland too.
Yep, I think I'm going Cleveland. I like the way they play defense. They're really big in the key. They got some really good scorers. They got some really dynamic guards. I'm going Cleveland. Even though I don't think we should sleep on the Knicks necessarily, I just think Cleveland is built better.
Just got the wrong matchup. I think this
Literally, that's literally it. That's literally it. They got the wrong
matchup.
matchup. They ran into the wrong team.
Evan Mobley and Jared Allen are gonna cook this year.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, they're gonna play great.
It's gonna be so ugly in that key.
Yeah. I mean, it's still going to be fun, but I think it'll be competitive. But I think just Cleveland is just going to dominate them in terms of their defense, and they obviously have great offensive talent. So,
absolutely.
And the reason why I'm going with Cleveland is because the style that New York plays, Cleveland will slow the pace down and make them play half-court basketball. And we all know Julius Randle isn't affected in half-court basketball. He likes to get up and down. So, Cleveland, just based on their defense, it's a bad matchup for the Knicks. It just is.
Yeah, honestly.
Mm-hmm. And another thing, the Cavs are dark horses. The Cavs can go on a run. Like they don't have a. Like the Cavs can go on a run. I'm really excited to watch
them. Might be the most dangerous team in the East right now.
Mm-hmm.
They're definitely a sleeper.
Definitely a sleeper team for sure.
Let's get over to the West. So 9 and 10 play for the AC.
Troy, you forgot one team. The Pistons were first this season.
The Pistons, the Pistons got deleted. I didn't forget the Pistons. Oh, wait, hold on. What's that? Hold on, Larry. I got you. Hold on, Larry. Larry got breaking news. Oh, they send the Pistons down to the G League and they bring up the Dragons.
That's cap. No, I'm joking.
All right, to the West, we got Timberwolves 9 seed versus OKC, the 10th seed. The winner plays the Nuggets. So give me who you got winning that game and who you got winning out of the Nuggets in that team.
For 7-8, because the Lakers are beating the T-Wolves without Gobert because they suspended Gobert.
Well, because they could have changed. That's right.
Oh yeah, it says here the Thunder are playing the Pelicans.
Yeah, the 9-10 matchup.
No, the Thunder are playing the Pelicans. Thunder are playing the Pels. Oh yeah. It changed from the picture I got. Sorry, that's why I got both of them on the screen. All right, so the Lakers are playing 9-10. So OKC versus New Orleans. That the winner of that plays the Nuggets. Who you guys got?
That one could be interesting. I think that one can go either way, honestly.
Yeah, because I really do like the Thunder. I like Shea. I like Giddey. I like their offense. They have some problems defensively, but offensively they're really smooth. They can pass the basketball, and they're such a young team. But the Pelicans, I'm pretty sure they're healthy for this game, right?
Without Zion, yeah.
Just about, without Zion, yeah.
Almost.
So I mean, it's tough. I really did like the Pels with Zion. When they were playing, they were like in first, second. They were playing some great basketball, and then he went down. Probably go with the Pels, but I would like to see the OKC Thunder win.
I think it can go either way, but I'm gonna go with the Pelicans just because I think they're slightly more hungry. I think OKC, like I said, might be a year early. But once they start to get their pieces all back together, Chet next year, once their young pieces starts to grow and develop, I think next year is going to be really, really scary for them. But this year, I just don't think they're there yet. I'm gonna give it to the Pelicans because I think they're gonna just a little bit more hungry,
I'm going with the Pelicans as well, and the reason why I'm going with the Pelicans is just the veterans over there now. Like CJ McCollum has showed up time and time again in playoffs. I mean, not against Golden State, but y'all know because I know somebody's gonna bring that up. You would go to So
we're so happy with that series.
Yeah, I'm gonna take I think the experience of CJ and Brandon, them guys understanding the moment in New Orleans, and then I agree with you with SGA and OKC is just been a year early. If they win this games, it is not surprising. But I mean, it's a one game, anything can happen. But I think I don't think McCollum is going to let the Pelicans lose. He didn't let him lose playing either, and he balled out in the play-in last year. So I'm going back with the Pelicans again.
And also, we get crazy down here, okay? If SGA goes into the Smoothie King and wins with that bonkers atmosphere, I will give them a lot of credit. I'm going to take the Pelicans because I'm local. I'm going to take them. I just think they're better at this point. OKC is going to be very good for a very long time. But yeah, the Pelicans are in a better spot, even without Zion at the Smoothie King. If Thunder can do it, that's even more impressive. But yeah, I'm going to take the Pelicans.
All right, 7-8, we got Lakers versus Minnesota. The winner of that plays the Grizzlies. Interesting.
Give me the second greatest player of all time winning this game.
Yeah. Timberwolves are a mess, bro. They're fighting. They're breaking their hands. They're playing horrible. I got the Lakers. Lakers are playing better basketball. They're more of a team. That's really what comes down to it. Lakers are more of a
Cat going to have to drop 60 points if they won't win this game.
Yeah.
That's just what the reality of it is.
AD is going to go off that game, especially with Rudy not there. I feel like
he twists his ankle.
Oh, damn. I didn't know that. He's injured every single time.
Unless he twists his ankle, then he ain't going nothing.
He's going to sneeze. He's going to sneeze. He's going to miss the whole playoff series versus the Grizzlies, I'm telling you.
I thought the Grizzlies – I thought the T-Wolves could actually take this game. Had McDaniels not did the stupid thing and broke his hand and, Rudy with that situation, we'll get into that a little later. I thought that this team could steal one from Lakers, honestly. Just looking at both lineups, looking at how kind of tenacious Minnesota's defense is, you can kind of see them kind of stealing this game. But now with everything, all the new developments that's coming out, the Lakers pretty handily, honestly. Unless you get like a superhuman effort from Cat and fucking Ant-Man.
Yeah, I mean, for the Wolves, just stay in it. You just got to stay in it because Anthony Davis might abuse Karl-Anthony Towns. So, and it might get away from them because LA is not a great shooting team, but if they're in a rhythm, they're going to be running and gunning. So just as long as Timberwolves stay in it, they have a chance. But yeah, I'll take the Lakers at home, and they'll play the Grizzlies.
All right, the matchup I know, excuse me, Mulich has been waiting for. The Kings versus Golden State.
I've been tripping all week.
I don't know who Mulich is going to pick here.
Everybody been telling me Kings in 6. You know what I'm going to change my header to? I'm going to change my header to on Twitter? Kings in 6. That's what I'm going to change my header to because I want everybody to know because when we beat their ass in 5, because I already know how the series is going to go. When we beat them in 5, I'm going to walk outside. I'm going to walk straight to Golden One Center with my Warriors jersey on, Steph Curry, right? And I'm going to play it right there in the middle. and I'm going to walk away like, don't ever disrespect the champs, bro. First round.
Your beam.
Yeah.
Light your own beam, bro.
I'm going to light the beam. What you talking about? And the beam going to be gold. Gold-blooded. Warriors in 5. Stop playing with me.
Gold and blue.
I'm going Golden State. Let me tell y'all, here's something that's crazy. The only person that has knocked off a healthy Warrior team in the playoffs since they started one was LeBron, the year whenever they destroyed the 73-9 season. When they're healthy, they have not been beaten by anybody when Clay, Draymond, and Steph are healthy. And then my boy Jordan Poole better come to play. But I think Golden State in 5.
I'm gonna take the Warriors in 6. if the Warriors dynasty ends this year, it's not going to be about the Kings. I was a fetus when the Kings were last in the playoffs. Okay, if it ends, it's not going to be to the Kings.
I wasn't
okay?
even born yet, bro.
Yeah, exactly. It's not going to be to them. I promise. Especially them though. Great year. Mike Brown's awesome. Just not to them in the first round. It's not happening.
I got the Warriors in 6-2. I feel like Warriors are just gonna destroy them in terms of because Kings aren't that good of a defensive team. I feel like the Warriors are just gonna expose them. And they have the Kings are gonna do well offensively, but Golden State is good defenders. So I got Golden State in 6.
Draymond is gonna clamp the bonus, and it's gonna be Warriors in 5.
All right, then
if the Warriors double team Sabonis, is gonna be because Sabonis with a double team cannot perform. I've seen that with the Raptors. If they can, with Draymond and someone else, they can just double team him. It's gonna be nasty.
See, now when I said that earlier last week when I was talking to the homies, some Kings fans, I was called a hater and all stuff like that.
I'm gonna tell you,
they're Kings fans, bro. They're Kings fans.
I'm gonna tell you something. I would not be surprised if the Kings go up 2-0. I just won't. I won't.
I go on one. Yeah.
I won't go if they go up 2-0 and then Golden State wins 4 straight. I would not be surprised. I would not be surprised, bro, because they're playing very fucking well together. And we can't take. I understand. Last year I always talked about it, experience. Golden State does have all the experience, so you expect experience to win. But sometimes hunger can outperform experience. And I don't know if the Kings have that hunger that can outperform the experience. But I think that's going to be a good series. And I got it going 6-7. My same answer from last year. I got that series going because I think Golden State could get it done in 6. But I also see the Kings pushing it to a 7.
I can see the Kings pushing it to 7 because Golden State just can't win on the dang road.
They can't win on the road. Plus, they don't play defense.
Sacramento ain't the road. 30 minutes, 45 minutes up the street.
Dang,
that is
that's
true.
still somebody else's court. When they see different colors on the court, that ain't gold.
Watch me, y'all see how much blue and gold is gonna be in that arena.
I don't care. It's not on the court.
I love it.
So I can see. I got Warriors in 6, but I would not be surprised.
I wouldn't say 2-0, but I could see the Kings taking the first game. And I wouldn't even.
They'll take one of the first 2, but maybe the first
game, and then the Warriors being like, okay.
Time to put it on.
Exactly how this series is gonna go. I'm not gonna give y'all the spiel now, but I'm gonna map it out for y'all later.
I think this is gonna be the best series of the first round.
You know exactly how the series is gonna go.
The atmosphere is gonna go crazy, especially with both.
This series right here is gonna be the best series in the first round for the West.
I wish I still lived in California so I could go to the games.
And that's Clippers versus Suns. That's going 7.
Oh, that's going 7.
That's
Clippers
going
and Suns is going 7. Kawhi, KD, you got Book, CP3, Russ. I don't know if Paul George is going to be back, but that series is going to be electric.
For sure.
Barring any major injury to any major player, that series going to 7.
Absolutely.
It is.
That's a tough series.
It's going 7.
That's a tough.
Come on, Kawhi. I need Kawhi to pull through. Man, this is the first time we get to see Kawhi in a long time in the playoffs. Yeah. And it's still in the back of my mind that when he got hurt playing Golden State and he was lighting Golden State up. And he was like Kevin Durant ass up in that series. I can't wait for this one.
And I also remember 2019. He was Bucks 76ers. He was steamrolling them. And against the Warriors. Against the Warriors, we all know what happened against the Warriors. But
Clay got hurt. That's what happened.
Yeah, but I feel like Kawhi can still be that guy, still be that playoff performer. If Paul George can come back, then it'll be nasty for the Suns. I still want the Suns to win because the Clippers have robbed every single Detroit Pistons players there are. So they've literally taken like Luke Kennard, everyone from us. So I want the Suns to win.
You guys aren't a team. I told you they disbanded you guys.
Oh my God, Troy.
Troy, I'm sent y'all to the WNBA.
Oh,
Troy.
Oh wow.
Oh my.
Troy, I'm gonna send you a Pistons poster so you can start hanging up.
I got the Clippers in 7.
Send me that post, and I promise you, send me that post.
That's that. But
you're gonna see Larry rip it up. Larry's gonna rip that shit up. You're gonna see it with your whole eyes. Larry reach his arms out that motherfucking picture and rip that shit up, bro. Man, I play with Larry. Larry talk back there. Y'all think I'm playing. You think it's
He's
just
still
me.
mad about getting swept. Yeah.
It's not the alcohol, right?
I thought you were
All right, well, that's the play-in. That's the play-in. We'll get back to it. Huh?
You said Suns and 6?
Who, me?
I heard Suns and 7.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think that's a tough matchup. All right, let's get to, because these might be quick. Joel had his third 50th point game. MVP, yes or no? Let's go quick. Rapid fire.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. All right. We're going to do rapid fire real quick so we get through this. All right. End of the season. All right. Who surprised you? Which team surprised you?
The Mavs.
Kings, Mavs.
Kings, yeah.
No, one team. Move. Stop it.
Kings.
Kings.
I went Mavs.
Mavs.
Ooh.
Move's going Kings.
Mavs.
I'm going to go.
Mavs. I kind of seen the Kings coming, so Mavs.
I'm gonna do something that you guys ain't gonna expect. I'm gonna say the Nets.
Really?
I'm gonna say the Nets because in the beginning of the season I had them finishing top 3. They then trade away their 2 superstar players, and they don't fall into the play-in.
True.
Or out of the playoffs.
Very true.
They fight and stay in. That's surprising. I got
That's
it.
a good. That's a good pick. That's a good pick.
Who did exactly how you thought they would? The Bucks.
The 76ers.
Boston. Okay, that's some answers. Some good answers.
Actually, Pistons. I expected us to do this. I swear.
You expected y'all to get sent to the WNBA.
Oh my God, Troy! Come on, bro. I'm gonna beat you in Need for Speed, and you're gonna start apologizing.
Hey, I got the fastest car in the game, bro.
Stop ducking in UFC.
I got the fastest car in the game, bro. RS,
right.
You crazy. Y'all all said who did exactly?
Yeah.
Who could have did better?
The Mavs.
Toronto.
That's a good one.
I wish I could go in depth with Toronto. I wish I could do Toronto.
The Hawks.
Yeah, I was about to say if I gotta pick one team, I'm gonna say the Hawks. But
middest team in the damn league.
Mid.
I'm gonna take the Pelicans. If Zion was healthy, they probably would have been a top 3 seed. Just suck again.
I'm gonna say the Heat.
That was a good
conference finals, but yeah.
He could have definitely did better. Who disappointed? The Mavs.
Mavs, every answer.
I got Toronto too.
Toronto, okay.
I expected them to do much better, and they did a whole lot worse with a lot of talent.
I'm gonna say the Minnesota Timberwolves.
They traded away.
Million first rounders, yeah.
I didn't expect them to do this bad, but I didn't expect them to do too well, so it was kind of mid for me. But
I am going with the Boston Celtics. I know that's crazy to think of, but
damn,
they had their problems throughout the segment. I watch Boston because I like to see them play, but all year they were off and on. Like I said in one of the episodes, they were looking for an identity all year, bro, and it was very disappointing. I mean, they were still winning, but it wasn't good TV, good basketball being played for a while.
22-8 in the last half of the season.
I know. They got it together.
Oh yeah, that game was. I watched that game instead of watching the Pistons beat the Indiana Pacers. So
I thought Boston was going to steamroll.
Yeah.
Of the teams that made the playoffs. Wait, what do you mean by that, Mo? Teams that made the playoff that wasn't supposed to.
Yeah, teams that made the playoffs that wasn't supposed to, and teams that didn't.
No, that's the first part. That's the first part. I gotta go one part at a time. So what team made the playoffs that wasn't supposed to?
Okay.
The Lakers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I went crazy.
The Lakers.
Like absolute Lakers. They were damn near dead in the water and then exploded after the All-Star break. So
you could say the Thunder, maybe.
I was gonna say the
also
Thunder.
true. Also true.
Because I don't think a lot of people. I think, especially with Chet going out, I think a lot of people were like, they're not going to be too good. Chet
but I
out.
did say that though. I did call it. I did say that the Thunder. Look out for the Thunder. They're playing great basketball. They might sneak it to the play-in. I did say it. So
I just didn't pick the Thunder because they're in the play-in and not the playoffs yet.
Yeah, I would probably say.
That is true.
I would probably say the
Nets too.
Yeah,
everything they traded is like
the Nets definitely. Yeah, how the hell did they maintain?
Hell yeah.
All right, so who missed the playoffs that was supposed to make it? The Mavs.
The Mavericks, Dallas Mavericks. Because what the hell?
Sorry, Dallas. I didn't even make a Sebastian show on the Mavs,
you can't even say another team.
You can't. There's
no other team that missed the playoffs that was supposed to make it.
Like the runner-up.
Indy Wizards, Magic, Charlotte, Detroit, Dallas, Utah, Portland, Houston, San Antonio. Only Dallas sticks out there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Dallas.
So
Wizards were disappointing, but I didn't expect it in the playoffs.
They need to play Johnny Davis. They picked him on a top 10 pick and he doesn't fucking play.
Yeah.
It's so irritating because he was so good at Wisconsin.
All right, Rockets move on from Steven Silas. Is that how you say his last name?
Yep, Steven Silas.
What are your thoughts?
I had a feeling it was coming. It's just really it sucks because Steven Silas is a really solid coach. It's just the Rockets are all over the place when it comes to talent.
Yeah,
they have pieces in places that don't need to be. They have too many at one piece. It's just a lot, and I felt like he came in and took that job expecting something different and got a whole different outcome. And I just feel like with that, you guys can't. You can't necessarily blame him. There's a lot that went on in that with that organization, especially when it comes to front office and drafting. So shout out to Steven Silas, man. Hope he lands on his feet somewhere because he's a really solid coach. Like you can definitely see.
Steven Silas is a really good coach. I'm mad that the Rockets got rid of him, but the front office needs to get it together because they just got a bunch of guys out there playing. Like they look like they got the janitor, a couple of fans, and I don't know what's going on. I'm a Rockets fan. I don't know what the hell they got going on.
Rockets need to get rid of themselves.
They got the Brooklyn No Trotters, not the Harlem Globetrotters. That's what they got out there.
It's a lot like the Pistons. These two teams have
I never heard of Pistons in one show so many times.
No roster. No roster. I gotta stick up for my team, but no roster construction. Very weird placement. They have talent, but they're not really utilizing it properly, and they don't really have the experience. So I do like Steven Silas, but hopefully the Rockets can get it together and build a good roster because they do have talent.
Right. And as an add-on to that, I don't really mind Steven Silas. Like, he's a solid coach. It just puts everything into perspective. It's just a situation. It's a shitty spot. Too much young talent. They don't know how to win. I'm not saying it's his fault, but he's not like that vocal, I think, from my perspective. I'm not in the org, so I don't know. To me, it doesn't look like he's that vocal. And it makes you think, like, why does he get fired? But then Luke Walton had that job, like, for a while. And even the Kings hired him after. And he sucked, right? So, like, you bring a coach in the year after, if we're not counting Alvin Gentry, who was the interim coach, and they make the playoffs. The Lakers replace him with Vogel, and, they win a championship. So, like, for Luke Walton to have that kind of job, stink, and still get opportunities, but then Steven Silas gets it and just gets dumped. I don't really like that. It's really weird. It's kind of like the NFL as well. It kind of works the same way. It's just a shitty spot. And if you're not a perfect coach, it's like you're kind of fucked, I kind of feel for him.
Yeah. Me too.
Definitely.
Dwayne Casey is moving on up.
Yes! Finally! Yes!
If I had my auto-tune, your asses be fried.
Tell him. I'm so happy.
Because I surely would have threw it on right there. I would have hit the T-Pain in here. Let me buy you a drag.
Look, tell him. Oh, dang.
How you feeling about that, your GOAT? You happy Dwayne Casey no longer your coach, or you just happy to move him up?
I'm so happy he left the coaching job. I'm still sort of angry he's still in our franchise. The decisions he made, I know we're a young team, but we've choked so many games against the Clippers, against the Kings, against all these teams. He keeps Killian Hayes in the fourth quarter when we need shooting. He does so many things wrong. He's still a good coach. I mean, what he did with the Raptors, but I'm happy he's gone.
Maurice.
Hopefully we can get another coach to actually structure this team all around. Because the difference with Steven Silas is that the the Houston Rockets are all over the place. The Pistons, I think we have more of an offensive structure. We have more pieces that can actually play basketball, I think, the right way in terms of passing that. And Dwayne Casey has somehow made the Pistons look worse than the Rockets, so that's why I think he should be gone in the organization. Period.
Shout out Zamora.
Shout out to First Zamora. How you doing?
Zamora, don't be pulling to me
in the chat.
Don't be pulling to me in my chat, Zamora.
We out here.
All right, that's the me. All right, don't be pulling to me in my chat. Okay. All right, couple of coaches that's notable candidates for both teams.
For both teams, there's one name in particular:
Emmanuel Doka, Charles Lee, Nick Nurse, Kenny Atkinson, Frank Vogel.
So I know Kenny Atkinson, I know Charles Lee and Ime Doka are mainly on Detroit's radar, and Nick Nurse, Frank Vogel, and Ime Doka are also on the Rockets' radar as well.
Yeah. If
I like Nick Nurse.
Yeah,
I do like Nick Nurse.
Emmanuel Doka, how you doing?
I like him going to Detroit. Honestly,
I like Emmanuel Doka to come back and coach Boston, but I know they will never forgive
I'm not
him.
mad at that.
I will say that whoever signs Emmanuel Doka, make sure you write in his contract that he can't do any of your works.
Yeah. And make sure there's no hot girls in it. They're just all ugly girls.
You gotta be all males and no hotties.
Yeah. Listen. As a Pistons fan, I really do want Ime Udoka. He can coach young talent. He can do things with this franchise. I just think he might go with the Raptors, to be honest, because him and Masai Ujiri, who's the GM of the Raptors, have a really great relationship. And I feel
Ujiri, he ain't getting no clapping on over there with Ujiri, all right?
That's a good point.
Yeah, and also, like, I feel like Ime would be a great fit with the Raptors. I don't think Ime would necessarily want to be with the Pistons, if I'm being honest. I would love him. And I'm pretty sure DJ would love Ime and the Rockets. I mean, he's a great coach, outstanding, but I think he'll go to the Raptors.
Oh, no. He can't come to Houston. He can't come to Houston.
He touching everything in Houston.
He
touching everything.
Might be the worst place for that man right there.
Everything. He gonna get to Houston. He gonna be like,
look, he would Houston lose his damn mind. Oh my God.
All right. CBA, Mulich, go ahead. I'll turn it over to you. You want to talk about the CBA?
Yes. All right. So with all of this new CBA talk, right? That's all they've been talking about on NBA talk, plus or minus all the trades and stuff, right? So the first thing that people are talking about was the luxury tax, or how basically it hindered teams like the Clippers, Warriors, team, etc., the big market teams from signing smaller players to extended contracts, right? So Draymond came out and he was really, really upset, saying that, oh, this is going to be the end of the dynasties, right? We're going to be the last dynasty, which if you really read the CBA, if you read the fine print, that's not what it says at all. It's actually helping out these teams, right? So there's a lot of people on social media trying to run with that story as if that dynasties aren't going to be able to get to be made, and super maxes and all these quote unquote super teams aren't going to be able to get to be made anymore, when that's not the case. This new CBA is actually going to help these players, or these teams in particular. The next thing that people are talking about is the whole non-drug testing thing, of course, but we already know the NBA has been lackadaisical about that. But what I wanted to talk about is the whole mid-season play tournament and how that's going to work and how that's going to transpire.
I need more information on it.
Exactly, because they just kind of threw it out there and was like, "Oh, we're just going to talk about it." And
I haven't talked about these last couple of weeks that we have had it on the docket. Even today, I was like, I don't really want to talk about it because we don't have too much. And I know that's the biggest part for us, is like, because you're adding the in-season tournament in with the 82 games. It's not a part of the 82 games. It's going to be in with the 82 games. So now you're giving them more games they got to play. Plus, they got to play the playoffs. And then, like, I don't know how you work it in. Like, and that's why I really don't want to talk about it. But if you guys got comments, go ahead.
Yeah, I just wanted to see like how people what people's thoughts were on it, because it's still kind of it's just for me it's just confusing, like how they're gonna format it, and what point in time of the season are they gonna have it on? What's the incentive, right? Is it gonna have any kind of implication on playoffs or in the future or All-Star? Like, that's the only thing that's confusing about me, because it's like we got the play-in tournament at the end of the season. That's cool. Like,
tournament should be your best three guys versus your best three guys, and it gives you advantage somehow later in the season. I don't fucking know. But having an in-season tournament, adding games to guys that already want to low manage, it makes no sense.
Yeah, and that's the last part about it is the load managing part. The basically making it mandatory to play a certain amount of games 65 games in order to receive NBA awards.
Does the play-in count?
That's what I was thinking.
With the 65?
I was gonna say, does the play-in count as a 65? Is that like, you know? But that's gonna really kind of.
That's a lot of
That's what I said. We gotta wait. We're gonna wait till when we get more information. We'll really have a serious conversation about this new rule. But I just need more information. I'm one of those guys. I need a lot more information to really have a formulate an opinion on it if it's good or bad. But let's get into some Angel Reese. She was on I Am Athlete, and they were, she was talking about some stuff with Brandon Marshall and the other lady that was up there. So I don't remember her name. About some comments that were. I'm sorry.
Her name escapes me too. It's okay.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. So they were talking about some comments that Keith Obelman made. Obelman? Oh, how you say his last name?
Oberman
made. And what he did was he tweeted out a tweet and he said, "What a fucking idiot." Right? And also, Joe Biden's wife came out and said that she wanted to invite Iowa and we kind of talked about this last week, but Angel came out and she said she didn't accept her apology. She said what she said. You can't go back on certain things that you said. You felt like they should come because of sportsmanship, right? She said they could come, they could have that spotlight. We'll go to the Obamas, which I love. I love that comeback. And then I'm not sure. I know she said something on Kevin, on Keith, on the I Am Athletic show. I just don't remember her exact words of what she said.
Well, when I watched it, she basically, I'm not going to go through everything she said verbatim, but basically what she said is that there are times in which she wasn't accepted as the type of person that she was, right? Like she was at Maryland, she had this quote unquote stigma around her and people didn't necessarily accept her. So her doing what she did and going to LSU and taking the journey that she took is basically her putting on for girls that look like her, young girls that look like her. And that was her big point behind it. It was like, I want to represent for girls that look like me so that when they look up at this sport, they see somebody that's representing them. And just like, I respect it because at the end of the day, there's not a lot of representation when it comes to women like that in the sport because they like to exile it. They like to, cancel it out or whatever the case may be, remove it because they, like she said, they don't fit in a specific kind of box. But when you see somebody else doing certain celebrations and then somebody else doing a certain celebration and everybody wants to call out that, but not call out anything else, which is very, very hypocritical, by the way, bro. It's so hypocritical because we sit up here and we applaud it when men do it, right? We applaud it when other people do it. But when somebody of that nature does it in a championship environment, it's a problem, right? I just seen Izzy freaking mock Alex Turner's kid, bro.
Yes,
literally
sir.
Mock his kid because of what his kid did back in the day, and that,
when he fainted on him,
passed out on him. The same thing.
That was
probably the most legendary thing ever, bro. And it's like people aren't understanding the motive in which she did it. Right? Oh, well, you're just trying to taunt. You're just trying to taunt. It's like, nah, she knows her. Like before she committed to LSU, a lot of people want to forget these details. She took a visit to South Carolina because she knows Raven Johnson. They was cool prior to going to school, prior to going to different schools, prior to her picking LSU. So when Caitlin Clarke, who was a phenomenal basketball player, by the way, I'm not going to take anything from Caitlin Clarke, phenomenal basketball player. But when she disrespected her and waved her off like that, and Angel Reese is sitting in the crowd supporting her homegirl, yeah, she's going to take that as disrespect. Of course she is. I've taken that as disrespect. If one of y'all sitting up there and y'all hooping and y'all on the field and somebody disrespects you like that, oh, best believe when I get on the field with them, it's up. It's up for sure. It ain't nobody going to stop me. Nobody's going to – none of that. It's up, and it's up to the end of the game, period. And I guarantee when I come out with that win, you're going to hear about it for sure. So I definitely respect her for that, and just everybody coming out with their comments and trying to say this and trying to say that and calling her out of her name for simply doing a celebration is absolutely crazy to me. And these are the people that definitely shouldn't be around or watch sports at all.
And also, go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, this is my thing too. Like you brought up with the men's, this shit happens all the time. But you're telling me when it happens in women's basketball, which gets it clicks, by the way, because women's basketball, I think, it's always been amazing, but it's kind of outlier to like be trash when it's not at all, just because they're not dunking. Like women's basketball has been like forgotten about and just dismissed in any conversation, right? Like unless something happens like the Brittany Griner Russia thing, unless something like this happens, unless it's something that older people, right, have issues with their morals, unless it's something like that, nobody gives a damn about women's basketball. But when an African American does it for LSU, my Lady Tigers, when that happens, it's an issue. When Clarke does it, it's fine. That was cool. She's very competitive. She's amazing. She's a star. But when someone that averages 24 and 16 does it, it's an issue in the championship. That's stupid. Like I don't understand. Like that shows me what Keith Olbermann is that his name?
Yep.
Yeah.
He's not a competitor. That's all I take from that. And I'm happy that Shaq, I'm happy.
Comment on sports that you could tell, like
it's bullshit. Yeah, they're old. They look at stats. They don't actually play anything. And they're not a competitor in life. They just go to college for how many every year. They get their degrees or whatever, and they think they can say whatever the fuck they want. They can't. It's ignorant. It's arrogant. It's whatever the hell you want to use. It's stupid. I'm not saying it's 100% because it's skin color. I'm not saying it's because of culture, but it's predominantly that colored people shitting on predominantly that colored people, and I think it's bullshit. Just let her celebrate. The reason why, she's dragging it out. She's dragging it out because you're giving her shit for it. That's why she's dragging it out. Exactly. She wouldn't be doing this if Joe Biden's. Nobody invites the loser. That's not just because of one girl. That doesn't mean you invite the loser. That's stupid. What's the point? What's the point of playing that? Excuse me. What's the point of playing that 30+ game season? What's the point of playing the best of 64 field? You know how hard? 1 out of 64 teams win it, and you're telling me now you're going to invite second place? No, never.
That's one of the biggest problems I have with this entire situation is the Biden family trying to invite Iowa for being losers. And yes,
you want to know why? What is Iowa? Isn't Iowa an elective state?
Iowa is predominantly,
but isn't it an elective state?
I'm not sure. I
believe it's an electoral.
It's interesting if it is.
And yeah, but like. The reason you reward the winner is because the winner went through hell to win said competition and get the rewards. If you reward the loser, it's gonna make winning feel less special. It's gonna be the mindset is gonna be, I can be second place and I'll still get rewards. The White House is a big accomplishment, but I don't think it's like the biggest reward you can get. But still, I feel like some certain people are gonna be like, well, I can get second and I'll still go to the White House. The main reason you reward the winner, as I said, is because they went through hell and won the competition. Makes no sense to reward the loser. That's the biggest problem I have with this entire situation.
That's like Nancy Kerrigan and shit getting.
I mean, welcome to this.
Just invite her in. Yeah, so what? She hit it with the pipe. Just invite her in.
And that's the thing. I think a lot of people are trying to like excuse it to like being, we're in this participation trophy era.
Yes.
And I don't think I think that's an excuse for Jill Biden. Like if we're talking about that aspect of it, I think that's making an excuse for Jill Biden. Like to be honest, blatantly trying to award the more white team. Like. Because if LSU would have lost, people would have felt like they got their comeuppance. Like they would have been like, she was doing all of that, and that's what they got.
That's true.
And even people, even all the way up to the White House, people would have felt like that's what they deserved for taunting the other girl. And that's so I don't like when people go, well, we're in this participation trophy era. Because if LSU would have lost, they wouldn't have got no participation trophy. Nobody would have even suggested that. It wouldn't have been thought of. It wouldn't have been on the back of nobody's mind. It would have been they got what they deserved, and we would have moved on about our day. It wouldn't have even been a story no more.
Well, Shaq told Keith to shut his dumb ass up.
Facts.
Just wanted to point that out. But yeah, it's a little out of hand. It is a competitive sport. You definitely want some attention on women's basketball. Especially when it's good, like it's not even bad. It wasn't like they were fighting. She went up to the girl, started hooking off, put her to sleep, like
being competitive.
Like Adesanya just did, old boy father.
That right hook, boom.
Old boy
Oh, yeah,
father. I was watching it, right? And I
too.
know he hit him with the knee. He came up. He threw. Elisai said, "Boom, boom." And you saw when he hit him with the little cross, he was like, he was stretched out. But
That's
then
the thing.
came
Izzy was
back.
smart. Izzy was smart because
when he came back, Izzy hit him. But when Izzy hit him, I'm like, how the fuck did he knock him out with that punch? But I don't think that punch should knock him out. But then when I got the close-up view, hit him right in the back.
That's the thing. It's like
right at the top of the dome, like right here, bro. I was like, he went to sleep.
Yeah, because Izzy said
rigor mortis.
Yeah.
He had rigor mortis in his the rigor mortis.
Oh my God.
His son was crying, said, "My daddy's dead. Daddy's dead, ma."
Nah, but honestly, bro, that knockout was crazy because Izzy was like playing possum. Because if we're being true, Pereira was winning that fight. He was getting a lot of calf kicks. He was hitting good. He was hitting with good shots, but then I think
Izzy picked up in that round though.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
But Pereira thought that Izzy was hurt because he hit him with a good calf kick, and then Izzy started to cover up. But then, boom, that right hook, boom, another one, give him a 2-piece and a soda. Nah, that was nasty. Just like how
gave him the mashed roll bucket from KFC.
UFC, I'm gonna knock you out with Bobby
biscuit.
Green.
Oh goodness,
that was a good fight though. I like it.
It was. Hey,
Izzy retained, right?
No, he
got it back.
He took it back.
Yeah, he got it back. Yeah,
the first time I beat Pereira.
Because Pereira beat him years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then he beat him way back in
Who
November.
did Izzy? But didn't Izzy have the title? Who did Izzy lose to?
No,
he lost to Pereira.
He lost to Pereira.
Pereira
knocked him, quote unquote, knocked him out in the 5th round in the first fight in UFC, and then Izzy got his get back.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Wasn't Izzy already champion before this fight?
Before.
Yeah, and then Pereira took it, and then he just got it.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. How did Pereira took it if he was a UFC champion?
Because they fought. They literally fought a few months back. Yeah, they fought.
They fought recently when he knocked Izzy out.
Yeah, Izzy was champ when he knocked him out, so Pereira's champ, and Izzy just took it back.
Oh, okay. I was trying to understand that because I know Illy was champ. I know Usman lost.
Yeah.
And then Illy did lose.
Headshot.
Yeah, Illy did lose. Okay, I remember. All right, let's get to the last little segment. I got a list of people here. You guys gonna tell me whether you agree or you don't agree. And if you don't agree, I want the name you replace the person with. We're gonna do each team's GOAT. Starting with the WNBA team, the Pistons. No, I mean, just
Roy.
Come
on, bro. Oh my God. I can't even say nothing back because the Boston
you got
Celtics
Trucker and Whiskey Troy today again? Oh, you know I'm on one. All right, starting out, right? GOAT from every team. Agree, disagree. Who would you replace him with? We got the Atlanta Hawks. Trey, I'm playing.
Oh my God.
Dominique Wilkins.
Agreed.
Boston Celtics.
Yeah, I was gonna say there's only one name, and
Larry Bird.
Be that. It has to be. It has to be. If it's not Larry, I understand. I understand Bill Russell, but if it's not Larry, I'm sorry, no.
The only reason, Bill Russell won the championships, but he also won as a player coach. That's fire.
True.
So did Casey Jones, and it took him 22 years to get in the Hall of Fame.
But Larry was a dog. I can't. No, I can't.
I'm joking. I agree with Larry. But I just want to see something.
As an individual player, as a GOAT for the team, I agree with Larry Bird.
Larry Christopher. All right, the Nets. Kevin, I'm playing. Julius Erving.
Agree.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Wait, what about Ben Simmons though? He was great for the Nets, bro.
Benjamin Simmons.
For the Hornets, we got Kemba Walker.
I agree, but I think it'll be LaMelo by the time the career is over.
Yeah. But that shows you how bad the Hornets are for Kemba Walker to be your GOAT. You haven't even done anything.
New franchise still, relatively new. Not too new, but yeah.
For the Bulls, we got the one and only, the GOAT, the one and only GOAT, Michael Jordan.
I thought I was gonna say Alex Caruso. I'm just playing.
The Cavs, we got the number 2 GOAT in some people's books, number 5's on some people's lists, and I had heard him as low as 8 on others. LeBron James.
Agreed.
Go for the
said,
Cavs.
hey,
I was gonna say Agauskas, but LeBron's.
Ooh. You know who is really the GOAT for the Cavs? Joakim Noah.
Oh yeah, he was.
Facts. Shout out to Joakim Noah.
Joakim Noah lived rent free in Cav fans' head.
Anybody ever say they wanted to come to Cleveland for vacation?
Yeah, I just posted that. That shit is funny as hell.
I watched that shit like 5 times.
Oh yeah, I saw it.
I got more. Don't think I got more. I got 2 full videos I gotta finish chopping up, bro. It's funny. Of other players in that funny little moment. But I might just go do a whole Joakim Noah skit, bro. Just why it's funny in the moment.
Joakim is the greatest, I swear.
All right, for the Mavs, we got Dirk Nowitzki. I'm pretty sure we all agree with that.
Yep.
For the Nuggets, we got Nikola Jokic.
I'm not too sure I agree with that one right there.
I like English, but I like David Thompson as well. But Jokic just has the MVP.
I was just about to say David Thompson was.
This is the GOAT. He's not in the GOAT conversation of anything yet. Not even.
Yeah, no, I can't.
That's what I'm saying.
MVP.
I will have to say no for this guy.
I'm going no. Actually, I'm no, and I'm taking Carmelo. They just didn't get to the championship because he ran into Kobe.
Yeah.
Chauncey
That's one of the best series ever.
I ain't mad at that answer. All right, the Pistons, we got bad boy Isaiah Thomas.
Agree.
It should be Bill Wallace for the way Isaiah Thomas. Bro, Isaiah Thomas got one more time to come out and say something about Michael Jordan. Somebody else.
Oh, that's Michael Jordan lived rent free in his head.
Yeah, it is true.
Be quiet, Isaiah. Be quiet. Stop talking about Michael Jordan, because every time you bring that man up, you just drop lower and lower and lower in people's rankings, bro. I lose just a little bit more respect for you every single day. Isaiah, be quiet, okay? Because to me, you ain't even the GOAT of Peyton. I give it to Bill Laimbeer because Isaiah get on my nerves.
For me,
I'm giving it to Dennis Rodman.
I do that too, bro. We give it to D-Rock.
I'm giving it to Josh Smith.
Give it to Joe Dumars, bro.
Joe Dumars. There you go, Joe Dumars.
Isaiah getting on my damn nerve. All that damn talking and shit. He was on Twitter all weekend. I don't know if y'all seen it.
Yeah.
He was on Twitter all goddamn weekend talking about that I Am Smoke interview with fucking Charles Oakley, bro. Like Isaiah,
Oakley called him out, right? Oakley called him out.
Give it up, Isaiah, bro.
Okay.
Let it go.
You can't shit on him because he a bad person. He was a good player. You know what I'm saying?
Hell no. All that crying to Yates, you being a good player. Because all you doing is damn fucking crying about somebody who was better than you. He was better than you, bro. It's okay. Get over it.
Actually, I think instead of Isaiah Thomas, you could say Reggie Bullock is the greatest Piston of all time. He was outstanding.
I'm going to say, let me look up the WNBA roster real quick.
All right, bro. Troy.
Killian Hayes.
Bro, it sucks because I can't say anything about another franchise because all of them are good or they're better than my team. So goddamn. I can't even troll.
Oh, breaking news. Brittany Griner just signed to the Pistons.
He's better than Killian Hayes. She's better than Killian Hayes. That's the thing.
Hey, don't do that because I really just scrolled down to look. I ain't even gonna lie to you. I really scrolled down to look. I was like, hold on, wait, really?
They signed it to a 3-year, $70 million contract.
Hey, her and James Wiseman might be a cold duo, man.
Cold duo.
Oh my
Playing
God,
in the
James
FME.
Wiseman, bro. Don't remind me of James Wiseman. Don't remind me of Killian Hayes. I don't want to see these two on the Pistons ever again, bro. Please. I'd rather see Josh Smith in the court.
See, this is right here. This is why you watch our videos to the end, because you never know what you're gonna get from us, bro. Like Stephen Curry for Golden State, I think we all agree there.
Yes.
Hakeem Olajuwon for the Rockets, I think we all agree there.
Yes.
Not James Harden. Shut the hell up, Zamar.
I was gonna say I know Zamar for to come in and nowhere. James Harden, no, you're not doing that. Don't do that, Zamar. Not today.
For the Pacers is Reggie Miller.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
For the Clippers is CP3.
Some people would believe it's Lance Stevenson for blowing in LeBron James' ear during the playoffs. Some people.
Oh, that one's coming up. That's coming up in the cut video. We go get that blow one more time. Pause. For the Clippers, Lamar said this motherfucker.
Hey, move on once a day, boy.
For the Clippers, we got CP3.
I'm going to take CP3, but Paul George will have a case because he took him to the conference finals, and CP3 never did that. When Kawhi got hurt, he took over. He beat Utah.
Clippers are trash.
Wait, who?
Montrezl Harrell.
Wait. Oh, yeah, I thought my phone was yours.
Hey, listen, DeAndre Jordan, because what he did to Brandon Knight or Brandon Jennings, whoever
I'm
it
so
was.
happy with
First
that.
team
I'm
NBA.
not even mad about that. I'm happy. I was so happy when I saw Brandon Knight on the court crying.
Since we just running out names, Elton Brand, like we just.
Oh, man, Elton Brand was, hey, listen, bro. That Elton Brand, Corey McGrady team was fire, dog. When
I
that was a
remember
fire
Elton
team.
Brand was on my 2K14 my career for some reason. They traded him to Cleveland. That was sad.
Elton Brand was like that though when he was on 76.
He was. Then he got that bag and just.
He was like, "Yep, got paid. I ain't never gonna be the greatest of all time. I got paid. I'm out.
got paid and say, "Yep, I'm good."
I'm keeping my body intact. You ain't Sam Bowie and me. I ain't walking around with my knees touching. Y'all niggas stupid."
Thank you.
Bob McAdoo as well. He was great.
All right, for the Lakers, we got Kobe Bryant.
Of course.
Yeah.
All right, for the Grizzlies, we have Zach Randolph.
Really? No.
I would take Mark, maybe.
Mark Gasol over here.
I'll probably say Marc Gasol.
I'll take Mark.
For the Heat, go ahead, DJ.
No, I think I'm taking Marc Gasol.
Yeah, I'm taking Mark Gasol.
Yeah, I take Mark too. Heat, we got Dwayne Wade. Wayne.
Of course.
Anybody in this damn video come out and say otherwise, it's gonna be me and you today, bro.
This is what I hate about lists because Giannis is not an all-time great yet. Not even for his team. I'm sorry. But the Bucks, they got Giannis. I'm putting Ray Allen, maybe. I don't know. I will put Ray Allen out there.
I'm putting Kareem.
I would say
Kareem. Okay, yeah, Kareem. That's a good one.
Kareem, or maybe even Oscar. Even
Oscar's a good one.
Yeah.
Oscar is a good one. Big O. All right, for the Timberwolves, we got Kevin Garnett.
Yeah.
Anonymous there. Then we got for the Pelicans, we got CP3. Again.
Either him or AD.
Oh yeah. Okay, I can see that. I can see why.
I'm gonna take CP3 now.
I can see why. Yeah.
For the Knicks, Patrick Ewing.
Yeah.
I might think Willis Reed has an argument.
Yeah.
Willis Reed got a stake at it too. He does.
For the OKC Thunder, we got Kevin Durant.
Russell Westbrook.
I would say Russell Westbrook.
I think Russell played there forever, bro. I think a lot of the fans prefer Russell Westbrook being the best.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I'm taking KD.
KD smacked him in the back.
I'm taking KD.
I mean, I think KD's the best player.
Now this one is a little crazy. For the Magic,
Shaq. Over Dwight. Shaq.
Wow,
wait,
really?
Hardaway?
Penny Hardaway.
Dwight Howard.
I would say Dwight.
I would say Dwight too, bro. Dwight is so underrated.
Yeah, I'm taking Dwight.
Goofy Dwight Howard.
Hey, by the way, since we're talking about the Thunder, do Supersonics teams count?
That's a good point.
Yeah, it's the same. It's the same thing. It's the like whatever the team was, because that's why Chris Paul got the Pels.
That's a good point.
We got AI for the 76ers.
Yeah. Or
Moses.
I would say either AI or Moses.
I mean, and Dr. J was there for a while too.
Yeah, Dr. J was there for a little while.
That team with Dr. J was in, it was crazy.
Charles Barkley has a case for that too.
I think when it's all said and done, it's going to be Joel Embiid.
I think so.
I think so.
That's my take 100%.
But I think so too.
The Suns, we got Steve Nash.
Barkley, right?
Barkley.
I'm thinking Sharp.
I'm doing Barkley.
Barkley.
100%.
Steve Nash ain't even make the finals, bro. Get out of here.
For Portland, we got Damian Lillard.
I'm taking Clyde, actually.
I'd say Clyde first.
I'd say Clyde, bro.
Clyde first.
Clyde.
Went to 3 finals?
If Brandon Roy was healthy, he would have an argument.
Oh, Brandon Roy would have definitely been
very
Oh yeah, B. Roy said healthy. Yeah.
For the Kings, they got Oscar.
No one.
I would say that. That's appropriate. Oscar, that's appropriate.
The Spurs got Tim Duncan.
Of course.
Yeah. Of course.
Toronto has Kyle Lowry.
What? I mean,
Leonard.
I agree. Think about it. Kawhi only played there for 1 season, dog. So think about it.
Kawhi Leonard didn't have to shoot the ball with the lights off in the gym.
I got it already. I got it. It's
if
LeBron.
you know, you know.
Oh nah.
It's LeBron. LeBron James. That's Toronto's greatest player. LeBron James. LeBronto.
I don't have a problem with Kyle
LeBronto.
Lowry.
It's
I
LeBron
don't have a
James.
problem with Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry with the Raptors, he showed great leadership. Although in the early years he was very
not in the playoffs.
Not in the playoffs, but
it's LeBron James.
Like,
it's LeBronto.
I mean, like who else though? Like
I'm taking
LeBron James.
LeBron
James. They named it LeBronto.
Okay, I'm taking Sin Cara. I'm taking Sin Cara. That's what I'm taking.
Oh my God!
All right, for the Jazz we got John Stockton, and for the Wizards we got Gilbert Arenas.
Nope, I'm going Karl Malone.
Yeah, I
go John Stockton because Karl Malone is
weirdo, but
yeah, I'm gonna take Malone.
Karl Malone is a weirdo, so I'm going John Stockton.
For the Wizards, I might go John Wall, man. Stop playing.
Oh, for the Wizards, yeah.
I
would definitely be inclined to go John Wall for the Wizards.
Or Rip Hamilton.
I'm gonna go Elvin Hayes for the Wizards.
Rip Hamilton was nice for them.
Elvin, good. That's a good one.
Elvin Hayes is a really good
one.
All right, that was the list. That was the list, and we to the end of the show, boys.
All right.
Yeah, let's get into these final thoughts and peace out to this episode, fire episode for us. You know, on our end, we just hope the viewers feel the same way. You know, if you made it to this part, thank you, man. Shout out again to those listeners.
Shout out.
Apple, Google, iHeartRadio. You feel me? We appreciate.
If you guys want the links to go there, it's in the comments. I'll post it, or you can go in the bio.
There you go.
In the bio. Discord's also in the comments. Go ahead and make sure you check that out. We got the new Discord up and it's popping.
Come up in there. We be talking sports already, man. We already in there talking some sports. We got your go calling people out, man. It's fun time. It's fun time. Just how you see on
I'm calling out Moolish. That's the person I'm calling out because he's ducking on UFC. I'm gonna knock him out with every character. I'm telling you.
Wow.
Just a foot. But final thoughts, DJ.
Y'all make sure and tune in for Gentlemen's Talk Wednesday, Players versus Team Thursday, Football Friday show. Appreciate all the love we get. That's it.
Lamar?
It's gonna be two major upsets in the NBA playoffs. I'm calling it now. Just y'all be ready. I'll tell y'all on the next show what they will be. But
we're gonna be halfway into games by then.
All right, we got it.
Lamar trying to be slick. We're gonna be halfway in the games by next Monday. He just want to see how everything starts off to see if he's right before he says it. Yep. That's how I needed that one to start. Yep, I get to say it now. OT, final thoughts.
Great episode. Had a lot of fun. And make sure to hit that sub button, hit that like button, just like Izzy hit Alex Pereira.
Oh my God!
And he hit him about 4 times, so y'all better hit it about 4 times.
Yeah, he went about
4 times.
Make sure on that 4th time it's lit up blue and not white.
100%.
Y'all be trying to play. Yeah, he said hit it 4 times. I ain't playing with you. All right. Final thoughts. You go.
Great show, entertaining show. Hope everyone has liked it. As I said, if you guys want to check out our Twitter, Discord, TikTok, YouTube, whatever you got, shout out SB Talk Sports. Whatever you guys want, links is in the comments in the bio. Come to our Discord. You might find Troy talking about Killian Hayes, which he's wrong, but you just enjoy the episode. And final thing I want to say,
you might find Killian Hayes there.
Pistons winning the chip, Lions winning the chip, every Detroit team winning the chip. Tigers gonna win MLB. Hockey, we're gonna win. We're gonna win everything. We're taking this season.
We're the lottery.
But the only way you will be able to see all those teams he named win if you buy a $100,000 ticket to Michael Jackson's Neverland. You see these games, the championships of championship games that no one can see. Okay.